Now in this video lecture we will go through the preparation of salts, and we know that there are two types of salts, one based on solubility, one that are soluble, right, and the other those are insoluble. So first we will go through the preparation of soluble salts, and there are methods that we are already aware of for the preparation of soluble salts. The first one is direct combination, wherein elements will directly combine, right, under different conditions. Maybe heating is required, right, to form salts. Elements will directly combine to form salts. Then there are methods like displacement, wherein in displacement reaction, the displacement reaction is a chemical change we know, wherein more reactive metal will displace less reactive metal, right, in solution. Then there are decomposition reaction, wherein bicarbonates, carbonates and nitrates, chlorides are decomposed using dilute and concentrated acids, right. And then we also have a neutralization reaction that we have already studied, wherein an acid will neutralize a base, right, to form salt and water, right. Now let's look one by one at the different methods. We'll be preparing soluble salts first, right. So the first way is direct combination. In direct combination, elements like sodium will react with chlorine to form sodium chloride, right. Second example is iron will react with chlorine to form ferric chloride, right. So if you want to balance this equation, you can do this, right. So this is a method wherein two elements, in the first examples, element sodium will react with chlorine, right, to form sodium chloride. Similarly, in the second reaction, iron will react with chlorine, right, to form ferric chloride. So this comes under direct combination. Now second way to prepare soluble salt is displacement method. Displacement method, or we call it as displacement reaction. We can also call it as displacement reaction. In displacement reaction, as the word says, displacement, in these types of reactions, a more reactive metal will displace less reactive metal, right. Let's see how it happens. If we take an example of zinc will react with dilute sulfuric acid, right, and it will form zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas would be released. So here zinc is more reactive. Zinc is more reactive than hydrogen, so it displaces hydrogen. It displaces hydrogen from acid, right. Zinc will displace hydrogen from acid, releasing this hydrogen in the form of hydrogen gas, and will react with sulfate, form this salt. Zinc sulfate is a salt. So zinc is more reactive than hydrogen. What do we mean by that? It means, since we know, we have studied in the previous chapter periodic classification and periodic properties of elements, we have studied that metals are reactive. That means the reactivity of metals depends on their ability to release their outermost electrons, right. We know that whenever a chemical reaction, like these chemical reactions are happening, in the chemical reactions only outermost electrons will take part, right. So here the outermost electrons of zinc, right, would be easily lost compared to hydrogen, right. When we say zinc is more reactive than hydrogen, since it displaces hydrogen from sulfuric acid, we mean that zinc will lose electrons easily compared to hydrogen, right. Now let's see how it works. If we look at the mechanism of reaction, what is exactly happening? We know that zinc will lose electrons to give you zinc ions, right. Similarly, sulfuric acid will also ionize to give you hydrogen ions and sulfate ions. These are ionization reaction, and when we say that zinc is more reactive than hydrogen, we mean zinc will lose electrons easily, right, to hydrogen ions. We'll see zinc, it says zinc will lose electrons easily to hydrogen. What it means is, now since zinc metal is reactive, so it will lose its outermost electrons. Zinc has 2 electrons in its outermost shell, so zinc will lose its 2 electrons, forming zinc ion, right. The electrons that zinc will lose would be gained by hydrogen ions, right, which are released from, or which are ionized from, sulfuric acid. So 2 hydrogen ions, right, will gain these 2 electrons lost by zinc ion, right, forming hydrogen gas, right. This is important. To understand this reaction, we must understand this, what is exactly happening. What do we mean when we say that zinc is more reactive than hydrogen? And since hydrogen has a dual nature, hydrogen acts as a metal as well as a non-metal. So here hydrogen is acting as a metal, so you can think of it as zinc metal is displacing hydrogen metal from sulfuric acid, giving you hydrogen gas and a soluble salt, zinc sulfate. And what it means when we say zinc is more reactive than hydrogen, it means zinc can easily lose electrons, right? Zinc can easily lose electrons compared to hydrogen, and the electrons lost by zinc would be gained by hydrogen ions in solution, right, and it will form hydrogen gas, zinc sulfate, right. And similarly, there is one more reaction that comes under displacement. It's wherein the other reaction that we can think of is wherein iron will react with HCl, giving you FeCl3 plus hydrogen. Here also iron is more reactive than hydrogen, so iron will displace hydrogen from hydrochloric acid, giving you ferric chloride and hydrogen gas, right. And similar thing will happen here also, right. Now the third that we would be looking at is decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. In decomposition reaction we know is a chemical change wherein a compound will decompose, right, or break down into simpler compounds, right. Let's see what it means. Under decomposition reaction, we will take sodium hydrogen carbonate, right, will react with HCl, dilute HCl, right, giving you sodium chloride, which is a soluble salt, plus water plus CO2, right. So here sodium carbonate is decomposed into sodium chloride, so it gets decomposed into simpler compounds, sodium chloride, hydrogen, water and carbon dioxide. All these are simpler compounds. So this is the decomposition reaction. Now let's take one more example. It's CaHCO3 whole twice will react with, say, dilute HCl, right, or we can take it as nitric acid, right. It will form calcium nitrate plus water plus CO2. Here also calcium bicarbonate is decomposed into simpler compounds by reacting with dilute nitric acid, right. Simpler compounds are calcium nitrate, water and CO2. So this is decomposition reaction. Now if let's talk about these two reactions are decomposition of bicarbonates. Now let's look at the decomposition of carbonates. Carbonates like calcium carbonate will react with HCl, giving you calcium chloride plus water plus CO2. This is also a decomposition reaction wherein calcium carbonate is decomposed by dilute sulfuric acid, giving you calcium chloride, water and carbon dioxide gas, right. Now let's look into decomposition of chlorides, right, and decomposition of nitrates. We know that chlorides and nitrates are not does not react with dilute acids, right? So chlorides and nitrates will react with concentrated acids, right, forming salts. Let's see. We have already studied this reaction before also, but let's just look again. Here we will see decomposition of chlorides. Chlorides, let's take simple chloride, sodium chloride, right? It will react with this concentrated acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, right? It will result into two products. If the reaction temperature is less than 200 degrees Celsius, an acid salt is formed, and we have already discussed what are acid salts in when we discussed about acids, right? Acid salts are those salts that contain replaceable hydrogen atoms. NaHSO4, right? NaHSO4 plus HCl. Right. It forms a acid. This is an acid salt. Just to remind you what we have studied, this is an acid salt which contains a replaceable hydrogen atoms. That is, in solution, this salt will furnish this hydrogen atom or liberate this hydrogen atom in the form of hydrogen ion, right? And since it releases hydrogen atom in the form of hydrogen ion, and it behaves similarly as acids, right? Since acids also release hydrogen ions in solution, similarly, so this salt is also releasing hydrogen ions in solution. So this behaves like acids, right? It has the properties of acids. And if we increase the temperature, of the reaction more than 200, this acid salt is formed when the temperature was less than 200 degrees Celsius. Now when the temperature rises above 200 degrees Celsius, you will get a normal salt, Na2SO4, right, plus HCl. This is a normal salt. Normal salts are those salts that does not contain hydrogen atoms, right, or replaceable hydrogen atoms. So when this salt will be dissolved in water, it won't behave as acid because it does not contain hydrogen like acid salt, right? So these are reaction decomposition of chlorides. Similarly, if we look at the decomposition of nitrates, right, in decomposition of nitrates, let's take nitrate NaNO3 plus concentrated nitric acid, or let's take potassium nitrate, right? It will form with the potassium nitrate will react with concentrated sulfuric acid, forming an acid salt, KHSO4 plus nitric acid, right? This is an acid salt again, right? So we need to remember one thing here, that chlorides and nitrates would not react with dilute acids, they will react with concentrated acids forming soluble salts, right? Now there is one more method to prepare acid salt neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction we have studied before. Neutralization reaction means wherein an acid will react with a base, right, to give you salt and water.